Welcome to another episode of Young and Impressionable, where we are going to talk about relationship struggles, things that we've been through. This week, I do not have a guest per se, but I do have you all. So go ahead and comment your Skype names, and we can actually call you in, and you can tell your story. Well, today I have my producer, Donald, from Two Tall Gamers.
What up?
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, it's me. I guess I'll go ahead and throw the camera on me. I wasn't going to do it at first. But
you guys can see him for yourself. Oh,
indeed. Yeah, that's me.
All black
That's
everything.
Me. All black. Yeah, you know what? I messed up because I thought I wasn't going to be on the camera, so therefore I wore a dark shirt, but there's a dark background behind me. Doesn't work well for the camera.
You know, it's all good. You're just gonna blend. You're just gonna be.
I'm black. Background's black. My shirt is black. I'm damn
all
near
black
invisible.
Everything.
All black everything.
Black
That's the
is
way to do
in.
it. That's the way to do it.
Well, the cool thing about the show today is that, as you all know, I'm single, but Donald is married. Married of what? How many years?
14.
14.
Been with the same woman for about 17 or 18.
17 years? Yeah. Wow. Well, I don't know what that's like.
It's work.
I don't know what that's like because all I've done is run into crazy relationships, which is why we're going to talk about some relationship stories today. I have a few people right now that have some probably really crazy stories for you. I have a friend who always tells me some wild things and vice versa. I mean, I could start, but I'd rather go ahead and give Ashante a call.
You want to get Ashante on first?
I want to get her on and tell her story because she has been going through it. She's a really great woman. I mean, she inspires me to be a better person. I mean, she's the type of friend that'll be like, no, Janae, you're crazy. And you need those type of people in your life to not promote your BS. For sure. For sure. So we giving her a call?
Yeah, I'm already switching it up. I'm trying to give her a call, get her online.
Let's see. She might be taking a nap, but we're going to wake her up.
Yeah, she needs to. We're talking about taking a nap. It is 7:06.
Ashante be napping. She's about that life.
Is she shy to where she's not going to do video?
Well, we're going to see. She better not be.
Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. I got you going.
Oh.
Okay, I can barely hear y'all.
Let's see. That might be on your end.
Okay.
Because we're coming through your sound.
Well,
good.
I'll just go ahead and tell my story anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is when I was in high school. I was dating a guy. He was 19. I was 17. And everything was going good. We'd been together for about 6 months. And somewhere down the road, he told me he had a surprise for me. And so he waited until the end of the week to kind of tell me what it was. So the whole week, I'm wondering what the hell is going on, kind of nervous. I don't know what's happening. And so finally, the end of the week comes, and he says, surprise, I have a 3-year-old kid. And that was his surprise.
That was supposed to be the surprise for you?
That was supposed to be the surprise.
And how old? He was 19?
Yeah, he was 19.
So how long have you guys been dating at the time?
I think we've been dating for 6 months.
What? 6
Right?
months surprise?
I honestly don't know how to respond.
Y'all don't even know what to say.
Wait, a 3-year-old you said?
I was the same way.
3-year-old?
He was 3, yeah. The child was 3.
Okay, so hold on now. Let from a male perspective, I'm trying to rationalize some of this.
You can't rationalize some
You
of these
can't
males.
rationalize
No,
that.
See, hey, now watch out now. I'm going to stand up for us guys. So now hold on. Was his expectations that you would say, "Wow, that's neat," or like? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, where did you guys do this?
mean,
Did he sit you down and say, hey, or did he show you a picture with?
Oh, no. This is the worst part. He showed me a picture. That was the surprise. He showed me a picture of him, and it was like, I have a kid, surprise.
Okay, now I have another question to this because 6 months and he's not showing talking about a kid or you guys are hanging out, you have no idea. That means he's
No.
like not really in the kid's life.
No, he didn't even really mention the child. Y'all don't even know what to say. Can you imagine?
Thing?
Can you imagine me being there?
Like, okay. So when you found
At 17.
when you
Janae,
found,
this is the first time I've seen you like completely lost for words.
I mean, I just don't even know. I think this has to be like, of all the idiotic men that have approached me, this has to be the stupidest. Like, this has to top everything. I don't know what I would do.
hold on,
Or what I would say.
I got it. Hold on, I do have a question. What did he say? So obviously your reaction was like, what did he say when you obviously did not agree? Like,
He was just, so you're not going to say anything? And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to say? I was in shock, just like you guys. I had no idea what to say.
that's, man, I'm trying to imagine what did
I mean, he was kind of
expect you to say?
understanding at the fact that I didn't really have a lot to say, because that's a lot to take in.
Yeah. You go from,
But you could tell that he was confused by my reaction as well.
This is my reaction.
Yeah. It's funny, we get guests to call in so that we can talk.
Right? And y'all are speechless.
I'm like frozen. I don't know what to even, like, how did he expect you to handle it? How do people
really thought that he just thought that it was supposed to be just rainbows and Skittles, and I was just going to be like, "Oh my God, this is so cute." But no, that is not cute.
Like, baby.
You don't just pop goes the weasel a child on me, okay? That's what you don't do.
That's crazy.
Like it was a puppy or something.
Right? Like it's a puppy.
Surprise,
Like it's a
I
dog.
have a baby.
So how long did the relationship go on after that day?
That's a good question.
I mean, honestly, probably like another 2 months.
How?
So you
stayed with him?
Because,
What
okay, here's the
happened?
thing. Like, I was just in a phase where I didn't even see this as a serious relationship, and I was just kind of hanging out. So I was just like, I might as well just enjoy it while I can until he fucks up, which he did. So,
I mean, but that was already a big,
Yeah, I mean,
like, that was.
I mean, that was a huge fuck up. But he was a really nice person. So I just kind of like
doesn't
just
tell
hung
you,
around.
like, I have 6 months and he's just now telling you that he has a 3-year-old child. That's crazy. And at the age of 19?
Yeah.
And you're 17, which means he had the kid at 16. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty wild.
what was his reason? What was his reasoning for holding that back?
That's a good question.
He was scared of my reaction.
Man, you make it worse
Which,
by
I mean,
waiting.
you could have told me sooner, but it wouldn't have made a difference. It would have been the same reaction.
Dang. Boy, we picked the first tough call.
I'm sitting here like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, how do you, like, I'm sitting here stuttering. Like,
Don't look at me.
I mean, honestly,
Girl, I
thinking
would've
about it
left
now, I
him
don't
and-
even know why I stuck around for another 2 months. I guess it was just the fact that, like I said, I didn't see it as a serious relationship, and I figured that we could still be great friends afterwards, because he never did anything, like, I guess, super, super disrespectful, like my other relationships that I've had, which, like, him waiting 6 months to tell me was foul, but I've dealt with much worse things
before
than that.
the age
So
of 17?
what?
Before the age of 17, you dealt with
No,
worse
after
than
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
if we're just talking about this particular instance, that's cake compared to what I dealt with after him. So,
I mean, what'd you deal with after him?
girl, I don't
Waiting for more stories. Like,
put nobody on blast like that. That's for another video, okay?
no, we doing it in this video.
No, I'm not about to do that.
Go ahead. You don't have to say a name, but what'd you deal with that was worse?
Okay, so one of my relationships, I was called a man because I wouldn't sleep with the guy.
What?
So that was I
Like,
broke up with him.
Hold on, like wait, the guy called you
He
a
was
man.
mad that I didn't sleep with him, and so his excuse for me not sleeping with him is, oh, you must be a guy because you don't want to sleep with me. Yeah.
How long? Damn. How long?
And then literally the
relationship-
next day I broke up with him. I'm like, fuck
Well,
this. Like, I can't do this.
How long into the relationship was that?
Probably like 7-8 months.
So okay, so you didn't sleep with him for 7-8 months. I'm assuming y'all kissed and y'all like got a little
Yeah, we kissed
touchy-feely.
or whatever, but he wanted more than that, and I'm like, I'm not ready for that. And so he just got mad and just, I guess he was drunk and decided to call me with that bullshit. And I'm like, okay, well, if you want to act that way, then I mean, this is over. So
It's so funny because guys will complain about women, you know, being fast, or they're quick to call us hoes, or this and that.
Exactly.
But then as soon as you get a woman who doesn't just give it up, all of a sudden it's like, oh, you must be a man, or you must be a lesbian, or you must be some BS. That's just like ridiculous. But they're quick to call you a hoe for
yeah,
sleeping with somebody.
or something else to justify why you must not want to sleep with them, because everybody wants to sleep with them, you know.
The men are
Everybody
just
just
so
wants
special.
them.
Well, girl, I got them lined up. You ain't nothing but a speed bump.
Oh my, his frustrations were definitely being taken out on you.
Yeah, for sure.
That's yeah. I guess he couldn't figure out how to wait.
Yeah.
Is the issue there?
He didn't go to the Worth the Wait. Was it the DARE program? He needed to go back.
The Dare program? That's for drugs.
Oh.
What are you talking? Will you share your weed with me? No. Girl, it's been 7 months. I want to smoke a J with you. No.
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for that story. And
You're welcome.
Calling.
I'm glad that I set the tone for the rest of the fuckery that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You definitely set the tone all right, because I don't even know how I'm going to top that story.
We do have a question for you, Ashante. We got a question for Lisa Chase. She was asking, was he active in the child's life at that time?
He was. But
Okay.
he was in the military, so it was kind of hard for him.
But
he
I just don't understand how he was active, and for 6 months you had no idea, like, you know, that he even had a kid.
Yeah.
How can somebody be active in a child's life and be in a relationship and somebody not know? Because normally you go see your kid at least once a week, right? Is that normal?
Hopefully.
I mean, well, he was in the military at the time, so his child was in Arizona and he was in Texas. So, I mean, the most they could do was just phone calls, you know, Skype, stuff like that.
Golly.
So for
geez.
him, it was rather easy to keep that under wraps.
Right,
I wonder what other kind of secrets that dude had.
right. Because he was good at keeping some
Yeah,
secrets.
that's
What that would tell me, is that he's
Ain't no
amazing at-
telling.
Yeah.
at
And
keeping
I ain't got to
secrets.
worry about that now, so.
I mean, what he messed, he said he effed up 2 months later. What did he do?
Oh my gosh, I forgot what he did. I totally forgot. Like, the relationship was so trivial for me that I even forgot what he did. I just remember it was so fucked up that I just decided to end things.
Wow. Well, yeah.
That's for the better there. That's
See, I got
Yeah.
math on me, so if he would tell me, surprise, I have a surprise for you, and then made me wait, and then what is a surprise? Like, it's actually
Girl,
something for
you
me.
would have slapped the dog shit out of him.
did he called it a surprise.
He called it a surprise.
Yeah, he legit called it a surprise.
Like, bruh.
Yeah.
Roses are a surprise. A child is not a surprise.
You go into that thinking, "Ooh, I'm gonna get me a necklace.
Right? I'm thinking I'm gonna get me, like, you
I'm
know,
gonna give me some
a
red
necklace,
bottoms."
Maybe
Right,
like,
like,
you
I'm
know, back
surprised
then
for you,
Juicy
like,
Couture
oh,
was
he's gonna
cute.
get
You know,
my
maybe
hair
like a little
done.
Juicy Couture tracksuit or something.
You
No,
got
it's a kid.
you
I'm
got
gonna get
diapers.
my nails done.
I got diapers. I got formula. I got Gerber.
The reason
Oh
I
my
can't take care of
gosh.
you is because I have child support. Surprise. Oh
Right?
my gosh.
Yeah. You know, it's going to be the running theme of the night. I'm going to thank God that I'm married every time. Every time. Thank
Thanks.
God.
Yeah, please do.
Thank you, Lord.
Because we're out here stuck.
Because we're out here struggling. I can't even get a text back. So,
Thank you, Lord.
What are you talking about, Shante? You're the one who doesn't text back. I had to call her out on
well,
that one.
low
That's
key, you know, you are right.
You're the one who doesn't text back, actually.
You didn't even text
You're
me back
right.
on Skype. I was trying to add you to Skype. You were like, no.
Shantae, she don't text back. If somebody calls her after 10, she goes off. She's like, no.
Oh no. I have a very strict cutoff, especially with men. Like, if you call me after 10, I'm not answering my phone. Call me back in the morning at a more reasonable time.
Dang.
Okay, you said you were conservative or whatever.
Yeah.
No, Shantae doesn't play.
All right, I dig that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
no, I've had to tell men, don't call me past 10. Don't call me after 10. I don't take calls after 10.
He has 2 daughters, so he's gonna go home and tell both of his
I
daughters.
got one daughter.
Oh,
I got one daughter and a son. So
okay.
So yeah. First off, ain't no boy calling my house for quite some time. My daughter's 14.
Like 2 years in the heck. Maybe tomorrow she's 14.
You know what though?
Grade?
No, so she's in 9th grade. Honestly,
Oh, well,
first off, I'm not that conservative. I know.
I'm gonna tell you.
She's already got her little friends. They be, I hear them talking or whatever, and I'm just like,
they're messy, especially kids nowadays. They doing the most. There's too much internet. There's
the technology
too many songs.
allows.
The songs say
out here
crazy
being
things.
tater thoughts.
There's extra. there's extra expectations of women nowadays to look good, to do the most. Sexually, especially, like it's just crazy.
Not to get off on another tangent, but right there, what you said, where there's a higher expectation for women to look and do things. There is, with the advent of Snapchat and Instagram and all of these products that focus on looks, like I think a lot of that contributes to the extra pressures on women. Because you have, you know what I mean? Like every woman can now go and be this fantastic model, but not every woman is as confident as that person who's on Instagram and knows how to handle that. Does that make sense? Am I talking out of my lane? Tell me if I'm talking out of my lane. Because I'm not a female. I'm not on there.
Is it Shantae there?
Shantae, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
What do you think? Am I wrong on that, or am I?
I mean, I just think with social media now, there is a certain level of expectation that wasn't there, especially in the 90s. And I feel like women have this immense pressure to be perfect in every sense of the word. And it's disgusting. Because all those photos that you see of those models and those Instagram stars, they're all edited. They don't look like that in real life.
You know what? So yes, and not. So the reason why I say that, I know this one lady. She actually paid like a professional photographer, and she had a photo shoot, a straight up legitimate photo shoot for Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
That shocked me.
That's so common. Oh, that's so common. That's super.
Yeah, that's so
shocking.
common.
That's what they all.
Especially
do.
if you're at the point where Instagram is paying your bills. Like people really take that seriously. They take it as a lifestyle.
I mean, they're doing photo shoots for Instagram. Like a lot of these pictures aren't. I mean, honestly. I would say 99% of these pictures aren't going in a magazine or anywhere but Instagram.
That's crazy.
Oh, for sure. Oh, that's not crazy. That's normal. I have one a little worse. I have a little story of when we talk about people not looking the same in person. I don't want to put them on blast, but
blast them.
I'm about to blast them.
You ain't got to say the name. Don't say the name.
Well, I kind of have to.
You ain't got to be that mean.
I kind of have to. So I was in LA last summer. And I was at a comedy show, and they were filming Love and Hip Hop. I was like, see, I had to put it on blast. They're filming Love and Hip Hop at the comedy show. Now, I'm sitting front and center, like where all the celebrities are sitting. And right behind me, like literally, are the women from Love and Hip Hop. Now, what's crazy is, like, I'm wearing no makeup, right? Like, none at all. Kind of like I am now, actually. This lighting's awesome. Thank you. Shout out. So I'm wearing none at all, and everybody's just like extra paying attention to me, and I'm like, there's like celebrities here, They just didn't care. These women, they just look so. It's like I don't want to talk crap, but at the same time, it is what it is. Like I understood what Drake said by, she looks like a star, but only on camera. Like, I finally got what that meant, because the makeup was just so caked on. Like, everything was fake, from the lashes to the hair to the nails to the breasts to the waist to the butt to everything was just super fake, and it just lost the, I don't know, the beauty of a woman. I felt like, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but that's what it felt like. And I could see it from people paying attention more to me than to these celebrities that the cameras are following them around and on the show. And it was, and then what was crazy was, I got a picture from the promoter, and it was me and my friend laughing, and it showed them behind us. And because of the camera, if you guys know about cameras, I know you do, and you understand lighting and all that, because of the camera, it made them look like the camera caught their makeup, and it made them just look gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Like beautiful women, like just absolutely like drop dead stunning. And I was just like, this is crazy, because in person they looked nothing like that. Like, nothing.
That
and
camera
that's what
can do some magic.
And that's what we mean by, it's like the expectations are just so high. I mean, then we got Photoshop. You know, women are photoshopping their waist smaller, and you know, their butt.
You
a
got the
little
filters.
bigger,
You got the filters on Instagram
and all that stuff.
And can I just add something about filters? Because I feel so bad for these women that are trying to like get their makeup right. You know, they've never done makeup. They're struggling to get like a good contour, a good highlight. But just remember, when you see those makeup gurus in person, it looks nothing like it does on camera. Their contour looks like they got doo-doo stains on their cheek, and their highlight looks like all my life I had to fight. So that's what I'm just gonna say.
You know,
so,
and I'm gonna say this from a camera standpoint. You know, the most essential tool in those makeup tutorials?
What?
It's called a ring light. Next time you look
yeah.
at
Oh, yeah. They all use it.
they all use the ring light.
Yes.
Yeah, they all use it.
Oh, for sure.
That's it. You get that nice even lighting. You can, I can get my 9-year-old and hit you up with a coloring crayon. You will look beautiful.
Oh yeah, when they like cover up all the like pimples and stuff, and you're like, how are they covering up like bumps? You know, like
Yeah.
there's no way to do that and it not look like what did somebody say it was Nestle Crunch bar or something. Like
Wow.
okay, that was but like it's like impossible, but on the camera it makes it look like it's flat and it's smooth. But I'm sure in person it does. There's no way. Like you would have to cake it on and make it even. You can't flatten a bump.
Yeah.
Like
In person, it looks so bad. It looks so bad.
That's wild. Well, thanks for coming on, Ashante. We're going to go ahead and call a male up so that it's not so, we're not
y'all, the fellas need to come help me out.
Okay. All right. It was good talking to y'all.
Yeah,
Right
talk to you
on.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we're going to try and get
Well,
Augustic Dunbar.
I wonder what he has to say. He said that we don't want to hear what he has to say.
Oh,
So
Lord.
that means I want to
Lord.
hear what he has to say.
Here we go. Let me see if I can.
Well,
Ooh, look at his headshot. You see his headshot?
no, they
Look
can't
over
see
here.
it.
Look. Oh, okay. Got his headshot going
Can you
on.
show it?
You know
He
what?
has a whole headshot.
Let me see if he.
Yep, I'm here. How you guys doing?
Oh, hey, how are you?
Boom.
Awesome.
Oh, he got the video going.
Okay, we got him on video. Let's go.
What's up,
Yeah.
Mr. Dunbar?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing today?
We are awesome. We're doing very well. So what do you have to tell us? I know you said you had some stories. You had something to tell us.
No, that's not what I said. I said you don't want to hear my take on all this. You guys are not going to want. I took this personality test the other day, and it was talking about how my particular personality, we like to be, left or right field on something, and I just always, I guess an original thinker. I like to think for myself. So the topic is specifically relationships, though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the struggles within.
Yeah, and then we kind of ventured off a little on some other topics, but, it works.
Yeah. I last heard about the.
Uh-oh. Got some internet connectivities.
Well.
Check y'all internet before you call in.
That's cool that he's there, though. Like,
We got a flowing. At least it froze on a good look.
oh, because, yeah, you can catch some people on some
All
interesting
right, so
looks.
let me.
I do have to say, if you guys want to, I'll take this moment to say, if you want to call, or you want us to call you, go ahead and post your Skype name. And like you saw that you can actually be on video and be a part of this like you're here. So go ahead and comment your Skype name, and you can tell me how you feel.
All right, let us get Michael. So while we were talking, Michael commented, "Contour is the devil." Let's see if we can get him on.
It's like a blessing and a curse. Like makeup, I have a love-hate relationship with makeup.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Let's see if we can get him on. You got your volume. Your volume is too loud.
Makeup.
Hold on. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
If you got some headset, that would be good.
All right, so what's good? Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Well, I wasn't going to put a video because I'm in my floor of my house. I don't want to look too ratchet.
Okay.
All right, so first off, number one, what do you think about Ashante's nightmare that surprised 3-year-old?
Oh, well, I didn't catch that. I catch the later part of that situation where they was talking about women and makeup, and I didn't catch the surprise because when I was listening, my stuff got disconnected.
Okay.
I see. I like. Well, what do you have to tell us?
Yeah, what's your big relationship? Yeah, if I can talk, relationship struggle story.
Well, to tell you the truth, I was asking Janae before I even got on what the show was about. I didn't know it was about struggles because I'm not big. Okay, well, me personally, I'm not big on like relationships and stuff like that. The reason I said that because I don't understand how some people just like you get into a breakup and then jump into it. Like I've only been in like 2 serious relationships my whole life. I've been with multiple women in the past. I've done some stupid dirt, whatever, but you learn from that. But relationship, I take it serious. If I'm with somebody, I'm more of the long run. And when the breakup had happened, I'm a person I heal very slow. So I take my time. I don't jump into a situation. So I'm not the best on like multiple relationship stories.
But, okay, let me get this straight. So when you have a problem with relationships, but you'll sleep with multiple women though in the meantime.
No.
Don't answer that. I'm getting set up.
I'm a very honest person. I'm an open book. I don't keep no secrets. It's just for the bird. Lying takes too much work. But no, that's not what I said at all. I say in the past, I've made those bad choices because it's like I guess I didn't fully love myself because I feel like, I had this mindset like, the most women that let you sleep with you, the more worthy you are as a man. And I've learned to know that shit was stupid. So no, I say I don't do relationship because I take my time after a breakup to work on myself. And not really to find yourself because I don't believe in the whole finding yourself. I believe in like you create yourself. You create what you want to be. And finding yourself.
I think that creation, hold on, I'm going to touch on something real quick. That creation process is finding yourself. So, I mean, I think people have to know themselves or find themselves or create themselves. I think that's all the same thing.
Because you can't create, you can create something, but you don't want to create something that's not you.
Exactly. When you create.
Well, that's still you just, like, you have goals. Like, nobody, like, for example, you have goals in situations where it's like it's not something you are born with. It's something you have to work on and then the skill set develop. So I guess what you're saying is it's not wrong because it's just different way of putting the same thing, I guess.
All right.
I can see that. I do like the whole love yourself thing because I realize after every breakup that I have to figure out, okay, well, what is it I didn't like about that person? How did I attract that person? What was it about me? What did I do? And the quality I didn't like in him, do I have that in myself? And how do I change that? So those are things I go through, and maybe that's something that you go through similar. And
that's when you have those feedbacks, though.
What'd you say?
That's when you have those specific feedbacks.
Yes and no, because
That's when you have
yes, I can. You do have to have a little feedback to get that. But at the same time, if you really, really look at the relationship and see why things and understand like both point of views, like after all the feelings and the emotions go away, then you can really like look at yourself and like, okay, what did they do wrong? Because I'm a big writer, so I mean, I don't write a lot, but I'm a big writer when it comes to my feelings. So I'll write like positive lists and negative lists about that person. And then I'll see, well, what is it? Like, do I hold some of those negative qualities? And that's the first thing I'll go to. And then be like, well, maybe that's why. You know, if it was arguments, if arguments was a problem, then there has to be something. If I didn't like that person was vulnerable, maybe I wasn't very vulnerable. So I just look at it like that, like the things that I put negative about somebody. Because that's what they say. If you don't like something about somebody else, it's usually something you don't like about yourself.
I don't believe that.
That's what they say. It's a quality that you don't like about yourself.
So the thing I don't like in somebody else is something that I don't like in myself?
It can be.
It can be. It can be.
It's not always the case. It's not like I don't like that, and you know, like I don't like that person is a you know, steals or something, and you're a steal. Like that's not, you know, it's not like that. But maybe like you don't like that person isn't that vulnerable, or you don't like that person is argumentative, or you don't like that person, and sometimes that might be something in yourself that you've attracted, because we attract who we are. They say opposites attract, but not always.
A lot of time, but not always.
Is she really?
Oh yeah, you met her?
I mean, I met her, but
well, y'all didn't really talk that much.
I don't know if she's like, I don't know, like your guys' intricate like relationship.
Yeah. We need to spend more time around each other. You'll see. No, my wife is. I do believe in that opposites attract. I think that also just makes things more interesting. Like I think if I had a wife that was as conservative as me, I don't know. I think that would be kind of boring. I think
I got a touchy subject for y'all whenever you're done.
Okay, go bring it up. Bring it up.
All right. I'm a black man.
All right.
Obsessed with black women. Like one time my friend told me, like, you know how people usually say you love your oppressor? Well, that's why you love black women so much, because they are your oppressors. So no, it was a joke. No, okay. Listen. So I'm Haitian.
Okay.
So all I know is like black people, you know, and everything. So from the moment I came to America, it was a struggle. As a Haitian, dark-skinned man in America, dealing with black people is a struggle. Anyways, so chasing black women, trying to get at black women was always what I do. But I was always met with resistance. Always. I was either too dark, I was either too skinny, there was always something wrong. I was either too nice, you had the wrong crowd. So now, that never made me be the person that be like, you know what, since black women ain't messing with me, fuck black women. Never. I'm one of those people, like, when my friends say some shit like that, I just like, yo, I get on their ass, like, yo, I don't give a damn. I'm black, my mom's black, my sisters are black, you gonna watch your mouth. So now, there's the touchy part. I went to Europe, chasing black women still. Same struggle. Like, the moment that I said, you know what, forget this, I'm just gonna only look to meet up with black women, I'm gonna just be open to everybody.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, I think so.
This is where I was able to do those stupid things that I talked earlier in the white women, Hispanic women, Haitian women, they all open up, and I've engaged in activities that are very promiscuous. But with black women, it's never been like that. So now, all this is just for me to build. I've came into a way I was like, yo, man, I can't be doing that, because at the end of the day, I want black kids, I want black whatever. So I've shut everybody else out, and I'm only gonna focus on black women. So the touchy subject that I have for y'all is like the fact that when I came back to America, one thing that baffles me a lot is this whole debate and fights between black women and black men, which happens a lot. But one thing that I never fully understand is how, like, and say I go in the club, if a black man, I've seen this in my eyes multiple times, so that's why I'm asking. Maybe y'all seen it. Maybe y'all have a point of view on that. When a black man approach a black woman, there's some resistance. There's some boy bye, or there could be like, hey, they're open to it, right? But the same black woman I've seen multiple. Like I have yet to see a white man approach a black woman respectably in a club. I have yet to see that, and I've seen plenty of white men approach black women.
They
and I'm talking about like
respectively.
Yes, because like it'll be on the dance floor and this random white dude would just grab her hair and just start grinding on her, or it's just
to a black woman.
You don't grab black woman's hair.
Yes.
Nah, I don't know what kind of club you've been in.
I swear to God, I know you don't touch black women's hair, but white people don't care about that shit. They always want to touch black people's hair.
I like to see that dude. Yeah, that boy must be something. But hold on, Michael. I'm chomping at the bit. I keep waving over at Janae like I want to tear into this guy. I'm gonna have to take the camera, Janae. I'm sorry. So I do have a few things to say on the points.
Can I
you
ask
made
the
up.
question first?
Oh, go
Can I
ahead.
ask the question?
Yeah.
The question is like the way I said that I've seen these white dudes approach black women. It's always aggressive and it's never like on a respectable tone. Why is it that it's always different when a black man approaches a black woman? He's met with resistance, but with white men, they just let everything slide.
Okay, that's your question.
Yeah.
All right. Before I answer your question,
yeah,
I got this to say. You are blanketing every black woman in existence. You can't. Huh?
Yeah, that did come off as that.
Yes.
Right.
So
it did.
So number one, every woman is different, right? No matter their race or whatever. I got it a little bit differently than you, right? My wife is Hispanic. Growing up, I loved Hispanic women. That was like, I knew in my head, at the end of the day, my wife is going to be able to roll her R's. I knew it at a young age, right? And I used to get hate for, why can't you get a black girl? Blah, 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 blah. Why can't you go after black girls? Da, 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 right? At the end of the day, and this is one of the things I want to say to you, is like when you were over in Europe and you were doing your business, right? Spreading your DNA. When you were doing that, why couldn't one of those women make you happy? Why didn't you allow yourself to be made happy from a woman who gave you attention?
Did you? Black kids.
Huh?
He wants black kids.
Okay, so what is the driving factor behind you wanting a certain colored child?
I just want my kids to look like me. As close as possible.
My kids look.
And I just am obsessed with black women. I don't know what it is.
First off,
yeah,
that's
right.
A good thing. Then
right.
I mean, that's what it is. It's his preference.
Right. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. But yeah. I'm also saying, how do I say this? Don't limit yourself. Don't pass up a blessing, right? But I know we're talking about well, it's a blessing. I think to get any girl to fall in love with you is a blessing. So, I'm saying to you, don't pass up a blessing to be happy because, man, it's just a lot of shit out there, right? And you could be struggling all your life to meet this perfect, idyllic black woman who's going to give you black children, and she just may never come into your life. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to say to you. But now, to answer your question, I'm still going to say you're still blanketing all of black women. Because I know a lot of black women, and I won't even look like I'm going to pull their hair or be rude. I don't know how I don't know how many times you've seen that sort of thing where a black woman didn't care. Maybe it was the clubs that you were in or something. I don't know, Janae, have you, any of your friends ever allow that craziness to happen?
You just heard Ashante on the phone. She's crazy. No, no. I mean, well, first off, I really don't hang out with many women, so my views, like what other women do, I can't even really tell you. I know what I see, and I'm sure that there are women who allow that, and I think that they may allow that to happen because of the same thing that they complain about you going to other races of women for. Now, I usually don't talk about race on the show, but I usually don't talk about race on the show. I
said it was a touchy subject.
Because it is a touchy subject. But I think that, I mean, I know that there's women who won't let somebody touch them like that at all. But just like that whole, how women feel like men date outside of their race because they're moving up. It's like a level up almost.
Wow, here she goes.
Yeah, no, I've heard that too. I get it.
That's, like that's just kind of how some people feel. Like, oh, he's with a white woman because he feels like white women are better.
He must be successful. He has a white girl.
Oh yeah, and then you see a lot of very successful black men all with white women, and
that's where
there's just a lot of that going on, and they can't help but feel that way. But when you say that your personal struggle is that they're not, black women aren't even giving you attention, then can they really?
That was in the past, by the way.
Huh?
That was in the past, by the way.
Are you getting attention from black women now?
Yeah.
What do you think changed?
I bet he matured.
My self-love for myself, I believe. I've always been a positive person, but it's like due to the fact, I think, to touch on what Janae said, you attract what you are. And I've always attracted good people in my life, but since like I said, I came to America, it was a struggle for me as a Haitian, black, dark-skinned man because like black people have roasted me for my accent, my dark skin, everything. So I guess there was some sort of insecurities there that I fought every day, but it was still there. But as soon as I became unapologetic black and loved myself and loved all black people, black male, black women, I support my brothers and sisters and everything. I think that changed, and I resonate that. And I guess black women sees that, but
I don't hear your accent too much.
Yeah,
Have you changed that? Like
I worked hard on getting rid of it.
You should not have. You should not.
Yeah,
have.
but
you shouldn't have.
I should have not. But insecurities work, and in the long run, I was young, 15. Like, yo, oh man, I speak freaking 4 languages. I'm getting made fun by people that speak only one, and I was like, oh man, I'm tearing myself down. I was like, I work hard, watching Disney Channel, learn how to spell in English, learn English in a month. Closed caption at the bottom. I work hard on that. Yeah.
A lot of times people make fun of other people because
they're jealous.
They're jealous. They like, we tease about things that we like. Most of the time.
I guarantee you, you bust out that accent.
Man, you would have so many girls.
Come on.
You trip. That sounds like you're tripping. You wanted some black women. All you had to do was pull out that accent.
Yeah,
you would have got you some black
I was
women.
told that later on in the game, all right? Because some people still hear it from time to time. Say, where you from? I'm like, I'm Haitian. She's like, oh, you foreign. And I was like, yeah.
The foreign exotic, boy. You gotta push that little French accent. You know how.
Everybody want to cop a foreign. You crazy. I'm about to go overseas just to cop me a foreign. I'm about to spend some money just to go and cop a foreign.
See, Michael, you need to come down to the studio, man, if you're in Austin, dog.
Hey, man, I like to travel anyway, so I might do so.
See?
Well, where are you?
Well, right now I'm in Pensacola area.
Okay.
That's where I work at. So, but I just be traveling.
Okay. Traveling, doing what? For what? Is it for your job or do you just?
For leisure. Like I work and I was like, I need a break. Every 4 months I try to go to a different country or a different location.
Okay, Michael. Shit. I'm trying to be like you.
Right? Vegan life and everything.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna pick at you because I'm jealous because I want to be like you.
I mean, I'm about to go to Peru next month, so gotta take the birthday right.
Michael, I don't even like you no more.
Oh, come on, man. You can't do me like that, man. I thought we had a connection.
Tripping.
You was telling me about myself. You was catching me slipping, putting all black women in one thing. I respected you for that, man.
Yeah.
Because I sounded like it. I did sound like it.
I will say, man, it's so weird, like, especially once I got married to my wife and started like looking at race and addressing things a bit more, like a lot of that stuff started to stand out, and it's just like, definitely love yourself, love everybody. Don't just love black women. There's a whole hell of a lot of hate in this world, and
Facts.
it's just, it's who's in the White House.
They need your love though.
Yeah, everybody, shoot, man, everybody need to love.
So stick with what you like. Stick with what you like. That's what I gotta say.
Man, I made a comment. Y'all ain't even acknowledge me, man. I was like, yo, contour is the devil. Imperfections are beautiful.
No, imperfections, man, is
well, you know what I say? I have a saying. I make up a lot of little quotes. I have a saying, what's the difference between a flaw and a unique quality?
I don't think there's a difference,
Claiming
but
ownership?
I want to hear your answer.
An opinion.
Ooh.
Oh.
Man,
look at you.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at me.
What?
She deep. She deep. Hashtag Jeremy.
I know.
I actually be saying some stuff sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes you be reaching. Sometimes you do be saying some stuff.
I know it's crazy, but y'all put up with me, so it's all good. But thanks for coming on. Thanks for calling. Well, maybe next show we'll see, but next time that we do one of these, I'll definitely see if you're interested in talking and talk about some more conversations.
Man, all I do is talk, so I don't mind talking.
I figured. I figured. Well, thanks for calling, and
no problem.
we will be hearing from you again soon.
All right.
All right.
Well, what else we have?
I
know
we got one more.
We do.
Yeah. Or do you want to?
Yeah.
All right. It's
See if she.
Brittany Bold.
Brittany.
Oh, I don't know if I should be giving out people's government names.
Full government names.
Yeah. Like, ooh.
Let's see if Brittany's on. Let's see what she got to talk about. So Brittany is. I don't want to put out her. I don't know if she is. We'll see. I was gonna say she's married, but I'm not sure. I know she just had a baby.
You can't be busting nobody hustle like that. She don't want people to know that.
She do. She got
How you
all
know?
over her Facebook. She got her man and her children all over.
How you know? She might want to keep that on the DL. Like, Now it's ringing up. See, she curbing us.
We're getting curved.
Yeah.
We're getting curved. I know Dunbar. We tried to talk to him. I don't know if we're able to call him.
Want to try and call him back? We ain't got. We don't have a lot of time.
Not a whole lot, but
let's see. Let me see if I can get him. Let's go with Dunbar again.
I don't know. He says that we don't want to hear what he has to say, so I guess that's what happened.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah. All right.
So what is it that we don't want to hear?
Oh, I was I shouldn't even go there. How y'all doing today?
We're good.
All right.
Go there.
Not either go there or tell us one of your relationship struggles. I do not know why I cannot say that phrase.
Stories. No, anything.
Relationship struggles, man. I'll go ahead and say the unconventional thing I was thinking of. So, how, and it's about marriage specifically. I don't know if you guys have touched on marriage just yet.
Well, I'm married, so I can touch on it.
Okay. So, how like in high school, if you're in high school and you're dating somebody, right? What do you do to signify to the rest of the world that like, hey, this is my girl?
I guess hanging out with them often, right?
Close contact, all that good stuff. Public face,
hands and all that.
Yeah.
I feel like marriage today is the equivalent of that. I feel and I think it has a lot to do with religious and spiritual ties to it, but I really do. I feel like marriage is. I feel like it's overrated, and that it is. People rather say I'm married than to say I'm in a relationship that I'm happy and committed to. If that makes sense.
Are you married? Are you in a relationship?
Formerly. But I feel as if women from a young age, they're programmed to get married or you're not successful.
Wait, hold on.
Yes, I do agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's out there. So hold on. So you're divorced? You were married?
No, I wasn't married. No,
had a long-term commitment relationship.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Correct.
So coming
and
from
I feel as if the man is interchangeable. at that point. And that right there is, I think that's the flaw. Like, girls are taught, hey, and then especially in the black community, that I'm going all over the place now. Young minority men are rewarded for what's the word, for having multiple women at one time.
Promiscuity.
Yes.
There you go.
For
So
sure.
those are the two issues. I think those are that's my issue with relationships, and that we just, our values are placed in the wrong things. If that makes any sense.
So do you feel that women want a marriage more than a good relationship? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
I can see that.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
Like, the wedding is the important part, and the image is the important part, not actually being happy in a relationship.
Not cultivating a strong
Correct.
relationship. It's more so, are we getting married or not?
Correct. It's even worse when children come into the picture.
Yeah, it does.
They jump the room just because of the child, and that never works unless you guys know anyone. I'm willing to bet money that you guys don't know anyone who got married specifically because they had a child and they're still married today. I'm willing to put some large sums on that one.
That's interesting. So a little bit of backstory.
I don't know anybody.
So, well, first off, hold
You're
on.
like, what, you?
No,
I'm kidding.
not really. But I do have some things to add to it. So, like I said, I've been with the same woman for 17 years, been married 14 years. And I have a 14-year-old daughter. So if you quickly do the math, you will see that it's called a shotgun. It's called a shotgun wedding, yes, right?
There you go.
So, but my wife and I, before leading up to the discovery that she was pregnant, we were very much in love, right? And the child wasn't necessarily a big motivator to get married. I do know that I personally did not want to have a child out of wedlock, so I did want to get married, right? That is definitely a part of my religious background, but also my religious background should have said I shouldn't have been doing those things to get to have a child before marriage. So, so I get what you're saying, and it's funny. I've never really thought about a woman's value, how women are taught to value marriage sometimes.
For sure. I think that's from when we were children. We think about we think about what our dress will look like. We think about the colors that we'll have. We think about how big the wedding will be, how gorgeous. Like, we think about that all the time. Like, what does the ring look like? Oh my God, the ring. Like, I want this carat ring and I want that for sure. I mean, I've thought about all of it. That's what we do. I don't think men even, that's why they let women decide everything with the wedding, because we've been thinking about this stuff since we were kids.
See, I'm a little less, I'm a little different, because I definitely wanted the wedding. I wanted to get married. My wife is what do you call it? She's not into. I cannot buy that woman anything physical. Like, she doesn't like jewelry. Like, whenever she does go out and buys herself jewelry, always like she doesn't buy like $1,000 ring or like these crazy high, like, her clothes, she's not into that. Materialistic, right? And not that women.
Heck yeah, women are materialistic. I was like, I'm not even going to lie. Like,
I'm about to trap myself. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. But
for the most part.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Again, I think, again, applying that big blanket, saying that all the women are like that, we got to be careful of that. I think, just especially younger people coming up, I definitely say from the male side of things, being told, hey, you got to sleep with a lot of girls. All our music says it. All of the movies that feature our kind promote that. That is a very difficult thing to get over, and I think a lot of that, since a lot of that comes back to the fathers to teach, right? So.
And then let's talk about which race has a lot of parents missing.
There's see,
and it's not me trying to throw a blanket statement on women. I'm more so talking about our culture and our system. We are rewarded as young black men for these certain things, and women are taught from a young age. Now, whether they continue to hold that, that's an individual thing. But I've talked to so many women, and that's where I'm kind of getting my opinion and my data from.
Yeah, I think.
And we even have a woman, Reka, actually commented and said that she read a study. There was a research study that was like basically saying that women have to uphold this image and they feel pressured to, and that marriage has become more of a trend than anything else. And they want to have the pictures and they want to show their friends and they want to,
sad.
Just like with these, all of a sudden this is like going into something else, but all of a sudden there's these like elaborate promposals, and I think that I know you probably haven't heard about it, but like,
hey, I can't lie, the pictures are pretty nice though.
The pictures are pretty dope. Like they're, but and that's I don't know if people are getting married for the pictures. Like that's a little excessive, but I think that as we talk about women taking pictures for Instagram, like setting up photo shoots for Instagram, people do a lot of things just for social media, which is pretty wild in itself. And everybody, my show is called Young and Impressionable, which is basically saying that everyone is young-minded and impressionable.
Yeah.
Everyone. That's just like, it doesn't matter, whatever all of a sudden there's this whole like vegan trend, and whatever's trending, people follow. If they talk about music, people follow it. It's wild.
See, I come from so I want to touch on one thing about marriage before we move on. My parents, I was brought up in a Christian home. I have a lot of those values. I pass those values on to my children. And I certainly believe that marriage is between three people, not two, right? It's you, your spouse, and God. And then I think another big issue is that, hey, when they do get this marriage, they're doing it for the show. They're doing it for this is what I've been taught that will give me value, not doing it for the right reason, which is saying, hey, God, I want to bring this union to you, and I want you to bless it, and I want you to be a part of it, right? So
that's essentially what marriage is supposed to be.
That's what it's supposed to be.
It's more so
it's supposed to be two people becoming one, right? Now it's just like, let me go down to the courthouse.
Now it's you, me, and the government.
Yep.
That's
so
what
for me,
is.
so for me and my wife, thank you, Lord.
For real, because lasted. I have a lot of people on my Facebook that are married, and I really hope the best in their relationships. I do not wish any harm, but I would like to see who stays married.
It's work.
I would
you
like
know
to
what?
Because we're in our
Hold
20s.
on.
I would like to see who stays married in their 40s and their 30s and 40s.
14 years.
It got serious.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the camera. 14 years. It's work. You can lose that marriage. You can any relationship. It doesn't have to be marriage. It's work. The day you wake up and you don't put in effort to show that other person that you love them, what are you there for? It's work, and that a lot of the times people get distracted. They get distracted from their career. They get distracted from kids. They get distracted. They get distracted from other women, other guys, right? That'll take that work away from the person that you're supposed to be working towards. That's marriage is work, and I had someone tell me a marriage is either you're working to stay together or you're working to get apart. And that's pretty much the two phases.
There's nothing in the middle. You can't even.
Because think about it, you got to be with somebody, And I love my wife to death. She get on my nerves. Hell yeah, I love my wife to death, though. Right.
Right.
No matter how perfect of a marriage you may think, people do things to
our
irk
family
people.
gets on our nerves.
Exactly.
You know, like my siblings get on my nerves, my parents get on my nerves,
Exactly.
my grandparents. I mean, family is family. They're going to annoy the crap out of you.
My kids get on my nerves. I love them, though.
Right. Your
Thank you,
kids
Lord.
came from you and they get on your nerves.
I made them. They still get on my nerves. But, you know, I mean, so, yeah, man, just work. That's what I got to say.
So, I
That's
mean,
true.
like, what is your take on marriage? Like, you're saying that you think that people shouldn't get married?
No, absolutely not. I think. So I'm not super religious. I guess I would consider myself agnostic. I'm open to learning and hearing anything and picking and choosing what makes sense to me. So I'm all grateful, whatever it is you believe.
Right.
But I really do believe that there's a group of women out there. If you said, hey, you have to choose. This is a corny example, but if you have to choose between a relationship where you're happy, he loves you, you love him, you guys have common goals, things like that, but you're not married. There's no ring, there's no paper, there's no nothing. But you have his loyalty, okay? Versus there's a guy who you kind of like him, you're kind of attracted, it's very loose-knit. You are married, but you don't trust him very much. I believe there's a group of women who would choose that second relationship because of tradition, and the tradition is this is just what you do.
Where would
Even
you fall,
though the
Janae?
relationship is not of high value.
Where are you on
I
that one?
think that's
I
kind
believe
of
so.
to be given that ultimatum sucks. But
Yeah,
like,
that
how
does
I
suck.
think of it as like what came to my mind was security.
Yeah.
Was security as a woman, like not being married, not having like like I would feel like, okay, I can put all my time into this man. You know, my youth, a woman's youth is like sacred to us because you guys can get old and then go and end up with an 18-year-old woman after you break up with us, and then we're 50 and we're alone for the rest
There's
of
a
our
lot of
lives.
place out there for cougars right now.
I mean-
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, girl, hey, them cougars, boy, they be out on the prowl.
But it may not
experience.
be, like a cougar might play around with you, but she's not going to feel like you might be marriage material, or you feel like you actually want to marry her and be faithful to her. So that's what we think of as women is like when it comes to that long-standing relationship, okay, then he leaves and I'm left with what?
But here's the thing. Is marriage security?
No, it's
or is it
also
a false sense of security? Do you see what I'm saying? So how does that make it any more secure?
That's why you need to find yourself a religious girl.
It
Get someone who believes in the same.
Religious doesn't always mean morality.
No, that's true. But think about it. I think the chances are higher if you go with someone who subscribes to that religion or those teachings.
the same as you.
The same as you, right? You go out there and you get a lady who says, "No, I don't believe in Christ. I don't believe in any of the teachings." And then you come and you say, "Well, hey, I want to get married." She can be like, "What's that? That ain't nothing to me."
The paper is
Well,
I'll go and get a piece of paper.
You also have to think of it like marriage is not just a Christian, ceremony.
No, it's not.
right?
That's why I'm trying to use the word religion over,
Absolutely.
But yeah, but still, though, most religious teachings say, hey, you need to have someone of same mind, and that's what I'm saying. It's like
equally yoked.
equally,
That's what
yeah. Look at
means,
that. All right,
equally
somebody been
yoked.
reading their Bible.
And
Thank you,
I
Lord.
think that just comes down to, having, what's the word I'm looking for? Being specific, being intentional about what it is you're looking for and what qualities you want that person to have. I was always told by a mentor that you want to have 3 no matter what's. Like not an entire list, but 3 no matter what's. I will not bend, I will not break. It's important that, in this next relationship, this person has 1, 2, and 3.
That list, I've made that list before. My list is at 100.
Dang. you too picky.
With a man
My
workshop.
list is now at 100.
Janae gonna have 20
It
cats.
starts off at like 25, and then like has to like dogs. Like he just has to like
No,
dogs.
no,
My
no,
dogs
no,
are
no.
my-
See, no.
Has to like
No,
dogs. Like mine
no.
gets petty like that. Has to like dogs. Has to be loyal. Has to be like athletic because I'm athletic, so I like to work out and eat
So
healthy.
those are-
Has to be able to
those
eat
are
healthy.
I'm talking
I have
about
all these
no
like.
matter-
No, see, yeah.
Those are
See, you
perfect.
missing it. He's talking about
No matter what.
no matter what. Like, look,
Okay.
Take a break.
I'm like, I got a long list.
can't
That
be a
list is
serial
long.
killer. That's like, that should be somewhere on that list of 100 things.
But I mean, might want kids. I have a long list. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying though. I mean, for sure, you have to have it no matter what. Like, definitely,
absolutely. I still think marriage is beautiful. I mean, I plan on it. And you know what? I'm about to contradict myself. Okay, I'm aware of it, so don't call me out. But like, I still plan it, but I'm saying, I'd rather have the relationship where it's like, man, I've cut for this person, they have my back, I have theirs. Like it's no, I'd rather have that. But now what you want to call it? I guess you want the promposal. Oh, I want to spend 6 figures on that.
Look,
I want everybody.
I got a question. How old are you?
I want it to be a spectacle.
How old are you, man?
I'm 25.
Okay. Look, golly, boy, I don't know what the hell you eating, but I need whatever you eating. Boy, I didn't think he was gonna say over 20. But listen,
really?
No, I did not. Now listen.
Everybody look young to you.
Okay? Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I'm old. I'm old. That's everybody look young. I'm old and impressionable. But look, okay, you say you'd rather have that perfect relationship or that right relationship, and that you also want marriage. I'm gonna say this to you: work
Absolutely.
at it. Work at it. Be humble. Be forgiving, because when she does something that you don't like, that you want to break up and call it off with, understand that you just as wrong and just as imperfect as she is. So
absolutely,
that whole thing when you point the finger at one person, you got three fingers pointing back at you. And I'm telling you, 17 total years of being together, it's work, and it's always going to be work.
Absolutely. And so I made at the end of my last relationship, I made my 3 no matter what. I actually only have 2, but one of them is actually what you're talking about. So I do a lot of reading on success, motivation, positive thinking, all that. And the number one thing that comes across in every book is there's nothing positive that comes from blaming. It's much better to take responsibility. And so just like Janae said earlier, like, hey, something about me attracted this person to me. What is it about me? And so my number one thing was that this can't be a young lady who blames, like someone who has to take responsibility, right? It can be super annoying to not have anyone else to blame other than yourself.
Yeah.
Things, but
it makes you look at things a hell of a lot different. Like, you know what? That is messed up that I did that. I should have extended some help to her. I saw, dog. You gotta humble yourself,
absolutely,
at all times.
And I think that's a lot of people's issue is exactly what you said, is that they don't. I see a lot of people on Facebook complaining about, like, oh, my ex was, like, they say horrible things about each other. And I mean, like, I say a lot of things people do, they're stupid, but like, personally, I mean, I know I'm like getting a lot off subject, but personally, I feel like all my exes were really good guys. They just had a few terrible qualities about them I couldn't personally deal with, And I think that a lot of people just look and they're mad, I see a lot of really angry men on my Facebook mad about women or whatever, and they may get in a breakup and it may have been their fault, but they felt like, oh, she broke up with me, that means she didn't love me in the first place. Or, or they're just mad at a woman and just mad, and they don't sit there and this goes both ways, what men and women do this.
Bitter men and bitter women.
There's both. They'll sit back and just be like, oh, I'm so mad at them, they did this and they did that, but they won't look at, like, well, what did I do? How did I attract this person?
I think it takes a certain level of maturity to do that.
I think it does.
Yeah,
age group is missing is selflessness, and my pride gets in my way all the time.
Man, let me tell you, pride is the devil.
But that's what it is when you're in your 20s. I think that's our biggest setback.
Right. Well, Reka actually commented, she said, to the guy speaking in the little screen, the fact that you are aware to all of this, well, you'll be just fine. So
hey, boy, you might want to look up Reka on Facebook, boy. Let me see. Let's see what we got. What we're working with.
She said you're going to be just fine. If you even think like
boy,
this.
That profile picture look good, too.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean.
I love my wife. I can still, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, it's just a certain level of maturity.
He's about to sit right there.
Yep. See, my wife just texted me right when I said, see,
energy.
boy, she know. She's like, hold on.
She felt you. She felt Spider Tenseless. Who did he just say was cute?
Yeah,
who did?
Boy.
I felt that.
Hell no.
What's up? You forget about me, so they're calling the women beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
You should only see me, okay?
That's it.
Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. If it's okay, we may even give you a call on another show. So
Please do. I can talk all day, man.
for sure. We definitely need to.
Eventually, I'm sure y'all will boot me off. Like, this guy, he just has too much stuff. He's bad for ratings.
All right. Well, thanks for being on. And we will talk to you soon.
See ya.
Well, back to our show.
Yeah, we had to end.
We actually have to end this. I'm going to end it with my heart glasses since we're talking about love.
This lady in these glasses. Girl, you be accessorizing. I ain't even mad at you. You do it. You do it.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in and talking. And those of you that called in, anybody else who's interested in being a part of the show like that, whether it's in person or calling in, just go ahead and message me and send me your Skype. We'll reach out to you. And I actually really like this format of the show to have you guys call in. So I will probably be doing this way more often. I have a lot of guests that want to be on here that are really great, like public figures and things like that. And I'll still have them on. But you all are awesome because this is what the show is for. It's for you. So thanks for tuning in to Young and Impressionable. See us next week.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to call out something. Wait. Because it's going off in the comments. So Ashanti said, ooh, she's pretty and single. Talking about Reka. Hold on. Let me open up the tab. I ain't gonna put a Facebook on the show. Oh yeah.
We're doing a little dating.
What's his name?
Dunbar. Last name is Dunbar.
Yeah. Dunbar boy. You better get on, boy. I don't know what you waiting on if you still looking at the show.
Hey, Reka,
brother.
she's a businesswoman. She has her own line of skincare. I actually did.
Wait a minute. Do I know this lady?
No, lady. What do you mean? Do you know her?
You said she has a skincare.
She has her own
product?
skincare line. It's a turmeric face peels. It's
Oh
Reka.
yeah, that's you on the. I see you
Yeah,
on
that's
the.
me.
Okay.
See, I did a little thing for her. You guys can go watch that. Her face peels are awesome. It's the only turmeric face peel that is out there. So it's and it's about to be in Nordstrom. So yeah, she got it going on, girl.
All right.
Shout out to you, businesswoman.
Mr. Dunbar, get on it.
Well, back to these heart glasses.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Young and Impressionable. See you next week at 7 p.m.
Peace.